I don't like to say the voters are stupid. I really don't think that's the case. I think the voters have been lied to. Forget about the violence. Nothing is more barbaric than the lies they tell and the political myths from which they base their policies.
Maybe a Category 3 hurricane. This is a Category 5.
$80 million in unfunded pension liability.
We've learned the city is reducing many of the city's retired police and firefighters' checks by more than half.
Expose them for what they really are, which is a party who will spend and spend and spend until Central Falls is all of the United States.
There really is a difference between us.
Both political parties are not the same. That's lazy. That's a cop-out. Just take the war on women stuff. Democrats show up one day and they say, you must pay for other people's contraception. Republicans said, no, that's ridiculous. So they told everyone we were waging a war on women.
Political debate that some are calling a war on women's health.
It's this sort of war on women.
War on women? With Sandra Fluke? She's 30, for God's sake. She's still in school. She wants me to kick in $10 a month for her birth control. Here, I'll give you 10. Just shut up for a second, okay? This woman...
I'm challenging every Democratic voter. "70 years of Democrat control. Nothing can be blamed on Republicans." No, I don't think most people realize what they're actually voting for, what they're enabling when they cast a ballot for a Democrat. First of all, who do you think is banning crosses and Christmas trees, father-daughter dances, prayer banners? Who's taking God out of their platform?
All those delegates opposed say no.
And for not mentioning God anywhere in the platform.
They're convinced, and they're convincing others, that anyone who disagrees with them is either greedy or racist.
Deliver the racist message.
That a Republican presidential candidate used what many believe to be, and I believe to be, racial code.
He's really trying to use racial coding, but this is niggerization. You are not one of us.
Nobody appreciates political correctness, but who do you think enforces it? They're all Democrats.
And you're even calling them aliens. I mean, come on.
Rhode Islanders need to ask themselves where these speech codes, where this new atheist activism is coming from.
So they're mostly all Democrats, and they want more political power. I mean, these were hardcore activists.
Essentially what I try to do every week in my weekly column is get people to look at things a different way. I've written over 100 columns during the past 2 years. I've selected a handful of them covering a range of topics, ones that I find the most informative, and ones that best shatter the myths that keep Rhode Islanders voting for Democrats. Progressives are control-oriented. They'll say they believe in individual freedom, but they force you to join a union, they force you to buy insurance. Until we get Republicans up there, we won't reverse course. I'm going to get as many people as possible to read this, to accept the challenge. There is so much deception, so much more going on than people realize.
Progressives should be unshakable.
And I want to go to Washington to do precisely that same sort of work, to be a member of the Progressive Caucus.
Are you a member of the Democratic Socialists of America? What is Democratic Socialism?
They are terrified to tell us who they really are. They have to essentially trick the voters into voting for them.
This liberal will be all about socializing, basically taking over and the government running all of your companies.
We've given all our money to billionaires.
Public employee unions are strong backers of Democrats across the United States.
The unions dump in millions every year to win elections and to create this political machine. It is the kingdom in Rhode Island. 8 Democratic city councilmen were standing against the mayor with those union supporters at that rally. That's the problem, is that there were 8 Democrats up there that still don't get it.
Your agenda's been my agenda in the United States Senate.
Because I actually believe in redistribution.
I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
No-nonsense Marxism.
I want to take those profits.
We know that the free market is nonsense.
Notice anything unusual about that shot? What the heck is the hammer and sickle doing there?
Even if they call me a communist?
Don't accuse me of having a socialist mouth.
How big does the sledgehammer have to be, and where does it have to hit a person before they wake up? Democrats say this and Republicans say that, so the truth must be somewhere in the middle, right? No, you're going to have to go deeper than that. Some ideas are superior than others, and sometimes people are just dead wrong. It's not an easy thing to accept that not everyone is fighting for what is right, that there are bad people out there, that you've been lied to, and that in many ways your neighbor isn't really your neighbor.